Hey everybody, hope your day is going well. We are back with another reaction. Bruce Cockburn, anything can happen. And this was a request by Barb. Thank you so much for this request and donation. I have reacted to Bruce Cockburn before. One was his song If I Had a Rocket Launcher, and then the other was a song he did with Jackson Brown. All right, man, anything can happen. That's a great title and true. Let's go.
You could have gone off the Bloor Street Viaduct. I could have got run down in the street. You could have got botulism anytime. I could have gone overboard into the sea. Anything can happen to put out the light. Is it any wonder I don't want to say goodnight?
Ooh.
I could have been hit by falling pane of glass.
Man.
You could have had shark teeth right for me. We could have been nailed by some vigilante type. In a case of mistaken identity, obviously. Anything can happen to put out the light. Is it any wonder I don't want to say goodnight?
Hey, that not harmonizing really in the chorus. You hear two other vocal tracks. I'm not it might be other people, but it really sounds great. There's a lower register and a little bit of a mid to high, and then Bruce's voice on the lead is really very melodic. There's an instrument that I can't identify in there that really sounds great. I don't know if it's a wind instrument or it's like that type of flutes or something. I don't know what it is, but it sounds really great. It gives me like an exotic type feeling. Uh, I was gonna say Eastern, but then I thought maybe it's something for somewhere else. Really great, and he's listing all these things that can happen. Right? You could have been run down in the street or gone off the viaducts, which I guess is a bridge. Botulism, gone overboard in sea, falling pane of glass, like almost in the comic books almost, and then even a vigilante type in case of mistaken identity. Obviously, there's a little bit of humor in there too, but it's like a sort of a meditation on the fragility of life. Anything can happen to put the light out. Yeah. Is it any wonder that I don't want to say goodnight? Yeah. Wow, that's powerful. But his voice is equally powerful. Really great voice, commanding voice, and yeah, it's like you don't want to say good night to somebody else because you never know when it's going to be the last time. But also, facing mortality, you don't want to check out. You don't want to say goodbye to life, good night to life, because we also have this. A lot of us have this fear of dying. We don't really address it every day, or else life would be pretty unbearable, but it's there, right? Under the surface. Ooh, I like this a lot.
Say goodnight. We might have been lynched and tarred and feathered.
What's that instrument?
Been on a plane that crashed in flames. Might have done the neutron melt together. But here we are, just the same.
Wow. That cadence is great too. You know, it's like you've been taken on a journey. Really great song. And then I was thinking, is that a sax? Is that another type of wind instrument? Then I definitely heard another type of string instrument in there as well. But the transitions sometimes making me confused. What am I hearing at what time? Um, and I just did a video on my other channel about trying to recognize other instruments. It wasn't that great, but somebody comforted me in the comments, like saying, like, a lot of us, he was a musician, I guess, and a lot of us have to train years to be able to really recognize all the instruments in a composition or in a piece. Made me feel a little better about myself. But wow, this is a really, really great song. The It sounds so full, you know, especially in the chorus with, you know, the entire, you know, the music and Bruce's voice, the other vocal tracks, the melody of it, it's really like hypnotic almost. Really great. And then the lyrics, you know, pointing out sometimes the randomness of death, you know, how are we going to go? We know we're going to go, but we don't know how. It could, anything can happen. He'd say, what did he say? You could just walk out in open field and get hit in the head by a shooting star. It could, you know, maybe the chances aren't that high. You might get a coronary. Maybe that's more, you know, a coronary. That's what I was trying to say. But it can happen. It's, you know, when you start to really think about it, you know, that we're all facing that someday, and you know, you could drive yourself a little crazy. But on the other hand, it's kind of like, how is it going to happen? You know, and all of these things that he listed, it doesn't sound great, to be honest. Could have been gassed inside your car. You know, usually that's of somebody's own doing. Same that he was talking about that bridge before. You know, it can happen sometimes, even when you never expected to be in that position in life. It could be that you end up that way. So anything can happen, but I don't want to say goodnight. Really, really, really great song. Wow. Good stuff. That's poetic stuff. That's really great writing, beautiful music, plus great vocals. Thank you for introducing me to this. Yeah, I really enjoyed the stuff I've heard of Bruce. Not that much yet, but he has some, you know, like the Rocket Launcher song is really like brutal and honest, but very powerful, and a lot of truth was in it. So, and same here. You know, sometimes going to absurd things to and extreme things to portray the message, but sometimes that's what we need to get our mind and our gears going. It's like, all right, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now you have my attention. Beautiful. Thank you for being here, everybody. If you have any recommendations, let me know. Hope to see you in another video. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.